Big Sills. Damn, I just put that number here. So, how many people think that Saquon Barkley was more productive in the last 4 years than Josh Jacobs? And I won't even use Derrick Henry. Okay? Josh Jacobs in the last 4 years rushed for 4,300 plus yards. Barkley, 2,800 in the last 4 years. And you're paying him more. And he was on the shit Raiders. He was on the shit Raiders. Where do you see spectacular? It doesn't matter. You got Barkley, which you didn't need, is my point, guy. Barkley was on a bad team, so was Josh Jacobs. He was a better player. He's a better player. He's a better player. Running back was not a fucking need on your team, ding-dongs. Safety. Linebacker. You signed another one-trick pony edge rusher. I actually like the kid. But when John and even Xander go, Sills, he's on the field 47% of the time and he can't play the run. Shit, that sounds to me like Hassan Reddick. I'm more optimistic. And then get this. You paid for a running back and you let a guy in Xavier McKinney, the guy you really needed, and he was the giant you should have signed, go to Green Bay. And so what does Green Bay do? They sign a productive safety and a more productive back than you. They got better. I'm not saying I'm more optimistic about the Huff sign. AJ goes, I'm the biggest hater in the world. Xavier McKinney, baby. He's an Eagle. Told you, shithead. Once again, Big Sil's not a reporter. How you doing? Packers are better than the Eagles, top to bottom. Whoa. Shooter. Barkley is the Giancarlo Stanton of football. He's saying when he's healthy, he's really good. And when he's not healthy, that's what you get. I don't want old men. I'll take CJ. Sills, Jordan Love or Jalen Hurts? Ask me that question next year after the greatness of the comeback of Jalen Hurts. I want to see it. 20 carries. So here, 20 carries for what do you feel justifies the Barkley $13 million? How many carries do you think in a game? 20? Okay. 20 carries, and you haven't had a running back average 20 carries in how long? And of course, he's older. So I'm sure as he gets older, he gets healthier. 1,500 yards. Okay, sure, all right. He's not that good. He's never been that good. Dude, there's a guy in Vegas that was on a shitty O-line with shitty quarterback play, a chaotic head coaching situation, and he was twice the player in Barkley and Josh Jacobs. He was twice the player. Twice the player. His production tells you he was twice the player. That's not even Derrick Henry. 2,800 yards in 4 years at $13 million, according to Yale, is a steal. And since when did running back become a financial priority for the Eagles? Henry's a Hall of Famer. I know. I'm talking about Josh Jacobs. The password to unlock. Dude, you have to understand something about Jalen Hurts. Hey, African Surf, I've never liked the player. I've never loved the player. I like the player. That's not somebody I'm building my team around. If I've got to spend $1 trillion to build a football team around that guy, that's not who I want to build it around. So are we putting the RPO back in? I don't know. Dude, if I've got to spend this much money for Jalen Hurts, he's clearly not the guy I want to build my team around. Okay? That's not who I want to build it around. He needs a top flight running back. Dude, he's the worst player in the offensive skilled positions in the huddle when it comes to ranking them versus the rest of the players at their position in the league. Do you know that? AJ, top 3 wide receivers, right? Shit, man. Devontae, top 10. Tight end, top 5. Offensive tackles, top 5. Left guard, top 3. Running back, second highest paid. Quarterback, top 15. Hurts is not a top 10 quarterback. Are you freaking high? If he's so top 10, why do you need $1 trillion in talent around him when other players in the league don't? He's the only guy I've ever seen that you have to spend $140 million in your huddle so that he can be good. God forbid you take AJ off the roster. He's not that good. I mean, dude, you guys spend an awful lot of money for the guy. And they spend nothing in KC. They spend nothing in Buffalo. They spend nothing on them guys. But they spend $1 billion. Dude, shit, man. You got like $200 million almost in salaries in your offensive side of the football. And you're a dime store shopper on defense. Barkley's the best back in the NFC. That guy actually right there thinks, Arthur, that Barkley, who has common numbers, is better than Christian McCaffrey. That's a good call. Are there any good backs in the NFC? Outside of McCaffrey? That's a good call. NFC running backs by rank in yards carried in 22. That's a good call. I want to say most of them are in the McCaffrey had 1139. Austin Eckler, there's really not a lot of running backs that had 1,000 yards last year. Well, Derrick Henry, of course, but, he's different, and I can't compare him to that because that's actually a good player at the position. Barkley played on the worst. Dude, how many people in here believe that Saquon Barkley lived up to the number 2 draft pick in the draft? To the tune of $16 million or 12 plus incentives, whatever. Let me reset. You guys are stupid. This is a dumbass sign. It's a non-priority sign. Makes no sense. He's not as good as you think he is. You can think all that all you want. He is not as good as you think he is. He's never been. He has never been one of the elite backs in the game. I like it at 10 million. Yeah, Xander. 10 million? $10 million? For Barkley, I would have taken Jacobs at $10 million. He's better. No, I don't know, Xander. I would have, if I'm going to pay $10 million, I'm going to kick it up a bit and get Derrick Henry, or I'm going to get the better player. Josh Jacobs has been a better ball player the last 4 years. And get this, that's not an opinion. He's been on just a shitty team as Barkley's been on, and he's been more productive. And he's been healthier. You can deny that and not believe that. All you're going on is your opinion. I'm telling you the facts. You got one guy who's doubled Barkley in production the last 4 years. Doubled him in production. Doubled him in touchdowns. That's the guy I pay $10 million to. See, personally, he's the guy you sign at running back. The Packers got him. Hey, am I right when I say this? So the Packers have Aaron Jones and they have Josh Jacobs. Is that right in their backfield? DeMarco Murray and Saquon, same age. DeMarco Murray, baby, 2.0. Yes, sir. DeMarco Barkley. Yeah. Yes, sir, baby. DeMarco Barkley. Oh, I got to tell you, DeMarco Barkley got quite a dream team over there. Oh, DeMarco Barkley. I like it. Hey, Shooter. It's got a ring to it, doesn't it, DeMarco Barkley? Yeah? It's got a ring to it. Swift was better last year. And we had worst sports collapse in sports history, which proves our point, Sills. The middle schoolers just started watching and learning the game, sir. DeMarco Barkley. Yes, sir. Got to say this. I'm okay with the sign. I know I'm not thinking that Xander is a superstar fan of it. And John McMullen isn't either when it comes to Bryce Huff. Guy was undrafted from the Jets. The Eagles pick him up. Let's see what he does. I thought he was good last year. There is a question mark, though, 47% of the snaps. So he doesn't really play a ton of snaps. So he's kind of a one-trick pony in a way. We'll see. Okay? We'll see. I like it. I love the extension on Landon Dickerson. I thought it was great. I think the Barkley sign is the second worst sign to the Bears' DeAndre Swift sign in Chicago. The Eagles didn't get better today. They were lateral moves. They're lateral moves. The Philadelphia Eagles on March 11th didn't get better. They're lateral moves. And you're shopping. Josh Sweat and Reddick. Yes, sir, baby. DeMarco Barkley will solve all your problems on defense. Can't wait. And you let Xavier McKinney go to Green Bay. If I were to rank the teams now in the NFC, 49ers, Lions, Packers, Cowboys, Rams, Eagles, Cowboys. There's your top 7 teams right there, baby. 49ers, Lions, Packers, Cowboys, Rams, Eagles, Who can I put there at 7? I got the Cowboys 4. 49ers, Lions, Packers, Cowboys, Rams, Eagles at 6. Who would I put at 7? Giants closing in on signing Brian Burns. Holy shit. Oh, they're using the Saquon Barkley money they would have spent on him to bring a 25-year-old edge rusher in that everyone covets. He'll be the best end that they have had, and they're going to put him on the other side of Kayvon Thibodeau. He'll be the best defensive end they've had since Michael Strahan. The Giants are going to sign Brian Burns, and you sign Bryce Huff. No way. No. This can't be. This can't be. No way. No way. I want confirmation. I want 3 verified sources. And one of them not being LJ, please. Not one. Hey, yeah. Hey, kudos to Russell Wilson for signing that contract with Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's now in play now to get to the AFC title game. Yes, sir, baby. Same Arthur that said that Rashad Penny's going to be a baller. 1,300 yards. He's a baller. He's probably balling all year because he didn't get to play. Woo! I did. No. Bryce Huff versus Brian Burns. That's what I'm talking about here. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying, dude, you're not kidding. You're just because Brian Burns is better and the Giants are signing a better player than you signed. Sorry. And then you turn around and sign DeMarco Barkley. Yale brings a great point up. That's got to be $28 million per year. Okay? That's got to be up there. Okay? Hey, by the way, doesn't it show you how shitty Howie is on defense and building his team? He thinks he's some sort of draft guru. That's where he's going to go and try to rebuild his defense. This is what's going to happen to the Eagles this coming year. You're going to lose ball games 34-35. And you win 5 ball games to 7 games. You're a 5-7 win team the first day of free agency, March 11th. Congratulations to you. You didn't get better today. These moves are all lateral moves, dog. You did not get better today. Okay? '26 is missing your point, Sills. Of course they are. We could have had a starting safety, which is a higher need that's exactly correct. You got it right. They thought Saquon Barkley was the biggest need so far on the team on the first day when it's the most expensive day. They are now paying a running back the second highest salary in a non-need position when in the last 2 years, you spent a total of $3 million and got the production of 2,400 yards between 2 guys who are 2 different people. You could have saved yourself a ton of money there and been just as productive. Barkley's not going to be any more productive than DeAndre Swift. He's never been. He has been. He has been. That's not fair. He has been. A little bit. Not much. A little bit. You've been wrong about the Eagles before. Yeah, you know what was funny about that is when you guys were 10-1 and telling me I was a hater because what you're saying is not true about your team. All of a sudden, you went on that iconic Chernobyl meltdown. Well, what happened? You weren't as good as you thought you were. I saw it in New England. Nope. I saw your quarterback making business decisions in the first game of the year. He's sliding. I saw your team perpetrating themselves as a Super Bowl contender, and they were never. Seth kept kind of like waffling on it, but every time he'd get in the post-game show, he'd be like, I don't know. And finally, Seth goes, that ain't it. That ain't it. With incentives, $15 million for a broken down back who's only going to get worse as he gets older. Not better. Here's the prediction. That guy won't play more than 12 games this year. You got to justify, you got to give him the ball 20 times a game, right? To justify the nut. And if you don't, you overpaid the guy. Marcus says way more than 12. Let's take a look at that. Okay. That's right. That's a lot of egos on one football. He says that he's going to play way more than 12 games. All right. How many times has he played more than 12 games in his career? Saquon Barkley stats. Let's take a look at that. How many times has he actually played more than 12 games? Let's see. 16 his first year. 12 his second. 2 his third. 12 his fourth. 16 in 22. And 14 in 25. So he'll play around 13, 14 games. All right. 20 carries a game. Let's see how many times he's carried the ball, because you guys are saying 20 carries. That's 368 carries. He's never carried the ball for more than 295. You're not justifying the money here. It's just my point. How are you going to justify the money giving this guy the ball 10 times a game when you got to spread the ball around to like Devontae and AJ and Dallas Goedert? You think what's funny is people think that Barkley's like, by the way, how many catches? What's the most he's ever had in receptions? Let's take a look at receiving and catches and how many catches that he's had. Dude, his first year he had 91. That was spectacular. 52 his second. That's also good. 41 and 21. 57 and 22. But see, these numbers aren't high. Watch this. 57 catches for 300 yards. His best year was clearly his first year. I mean, 41 carries, 41 catches for 200 yards. Was he catching 5-yard outs? No, it's a shitty quarterback play too. That's got to say something. Bottom line, Barkley can be outstanding, but you can't sit here today and say, he will. Dude's been injury riddled. A clip. It's not only that. Barkley has not had an outstanding year except for his first year. The rest of them have been okay. Cosmo. Commanders. They got a lot of money. See what they do. DeMarco Barkley. Barkley can block. So you're going to pay a $15 million back to sit back there and pass block like a third guard. The Eagle line is much better than the Giants enough. Wait. Once again, you're missing the point. Josh Jacobs was on a shitty team too and more productive and better the last 4 years. Why didn't you take the better player? You went after the name. You see, Josh Jacobs is not a sexy name because he played out west and he played with the Raiders. Philly Godfather, the Giants paid a ton of money for a pretty good back when they should be spending money on their defense. That's like buying another car when you should be replacing the roof on your house. The legendary Godfather. Absolutely. Stupid, waste of money, and this guy here panicked. The Philadelphia Eagles panicked today with the Barkley signing. You panicked. You panicked. And then you got that wonderful coach. That's good. Oh, my God almighty. This is going to be one of the greatest stories in how you have. This is the, hey, right now, today, March 11th, begins the ending of Howie Roseman. And I'm going to make it so. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm going to totally. And guess what? This is just a message for the GM and other people that seemingly, have an interest in the show each day. This is what I'm going to do. It'll all be football. Hey, Sills, just because a cop slaps you around a little bit, breaks your jaw, okay? You want to go and you want to take out you want to take out the Eagle GM? No. This is strictly business. It's nothing personal, Sonny. This is strictly business. Bob, this is nothing personal. This is strictly business. Yeah, you want to know why? Hey, Xander, you want to know why? Oh. Whew. Hang on. That really hurt. Yeah. Sills over under Sirianni fired. Week 14. That's when they'll blow that fool out. Okay? Howie and Nick need to go. Dude, don't worry about Nick. He's a nobody. Okay? No. 41, this is a show for the non-faint of heart. We're truth, justice, and the Big Sills way, where there's no candy coating anything, especially when you sign DeMarco Barkley. And you got a leader like A.J. Owens. And you got the world's greatest general manager librarian. Doesn't get any better. I think there's more of a need at running back. There's more of a need at running back than at safety. Packers clearly got better than you. They got a better coach than you. And they got a play-calling head coach. The Packers are they're better run right now. They got a better roster, 53-man roster. Their defense is superior to yours. Their offense might not be quite as good as yours, but has balance, and they're cheap, and they're young. You are overpaid on offense. By the way, the only overpaid guy on offense, besides DeMarco Barkley, is the quarterback. The two positions in the backfield are overpaid. Is A.J. Owens overpaid? No. Is Mulata? No. Is Dickerson, who just got extended? No. Is Lane? No. Is Goddard? Probably. Is Barkley? For sure. That guy hasn't put a $13 million performance season in 4 years. Played on a bad team. Well, usually great players elevate shitty teams. Let me put this out there to you. You know what great players do to shitty teams? They win Super Bowls. That's what Mahomes is. Mahomes is off that team. So wait a minute. Let me say this to you. If you had a decent backup quarterback, you're probably going to win 10 games still with all the talent you have because of DeMarco Barkley and all your great talent. You can still win ball games. You take Mahomes off that Kansas City team, they win 4 games. They win 4 games. Oh, I like Yale's there, man. Gale Sayers, that's how you spell Gale when it comes to Gale Barkley. That's a chick's name, dog. It's funny how Sills talks trash about the super winning general manager and applauds GM. He didn't win that Super Bowl. Doug Peterson won it. Doug Peterson won it. Doug Peterson is the reason you won that Super Bowl, not because of the analytic-driven librarian. Dude, even the Brandon Graham deal's dumb. Oh, you can't talk about Graham or D-Jax and Shady. Nothing personal. They're dumb moves. You need ball players over there. Not on offense. You need ball players. You need ball players. Woo! DeMarco Barkley is going to be on fire this year. By week 12, it'll be over anyway. Everybody be going, damn, what happened? Well, Barkley was Barkley. And get this, I can't wait for one of these games. So Saquon gets the ball 5 times in a game, and he rushes for 24 yards, and you win, and you think that's good. Well, he's impacting the team in many other ways. Yeah, it's called salary cap. The guy you coveted, you got outbid for. And you overpaid for someone you didn't need to. Dude, John Schneider and all them good GMs are probably sitting back. Look at Kansas City. They need help all over the offense when it comes to skilled people. You don't see them going and doing anything because you know why? They don't need a $15 million back. They don't need a $25 million wideout. They don't need anything. They're pretty comfortable with who they are. They got a $2 million, they got $1 million running back, a couple of nobody receivers. They'll get a kid in the draft, and that's how they'll do business. Congratulations to Chris Jones on getting his contract, too. They signed the one thing they wanted to do was get Chris Jones back, and they did. And the rest they'll do in the draft. They're not going to be no player in free agency. And they got $27 million as cap space. So they did the one thing they wanted. They got their guy. By the way, they needed him. But the Eagles needed Barkley. See, here's the difference between Brett Veach and Howie Roseman. He knew he needed to pay some money to get the position and the player that they had and reinvest back in the player that they had and developed. So they gave him the money. It made sense. He's a game-wrecking guy. They gave him the money. You signed DeMarco Barkley. You panicked. How we not finished? Oh, what's next? Let me guess. You're going to make a trade for T. Higgins. Let me guess. You're trading for T. Higgins. Holy cow. You missed out on Stone, too. Hey, Dan, a little late to the show today. I was looking up the Giants O-line rankings. They were ranked 30th. And he finished fourth in rushing, holding on to hope. Hey, do me a favor, Jay Money. What were the Raiders' offensive line rankings? Just for shits and giggles, if you don't mind. Dude, or hey, Raiders and Titans. Can you look those two up for me? Because what's his name? I think he had 1,300 yards or 1,200 yards rushing. Derrick Henry. Uh-oh. One of the guys that I wanted. Shit. Frankie. Where's Frankie going? To the Commanders? Damn. Eagles pass on a lot of the linebacker or another. So they miss out on Luvu, and they miss out on Xavier McKinney. So he's off the list. Shit. Has Andrew Van Ginkel signed yet? So right now we have Van Ginkel, Devin White, William Gay Jr., and Gardner Johnson left as my top 9 guys. I can't wait. Hey, so news is they want Justin Fields as a backup. Van Ginkel signed with the damn, all gone. Man, hey, they're really making an impact on defense. Whew. Wow. But hey, they got their back. Sills Noxious. I need to put that on a t-shirt. By the way, so you know, my aunt thinks I'm obnoxious too. So does my wife, my kid. Thank you. Thank you. How can Howie afford to get another player? He spent the most on a running back. I want the white boy linebacker. Oh, hey. Okay, sure. Dude, the guy from the Panthers is gone. Floyd replacing Greenlaw. Yeah, because Dom put the Maloik on his ass. Look at LJ. Leonard Floyd is washed, but not Brandon Graham. Not Brandon Graham. But Sills, he's only making 4. I don't care about the money. I care about him being on the team. I need players on defense. The roster spot is more valuable than Brandon Graham. How could you say that about one of my love childs? Because that's how the NFL thinks. Yeah, but I want to give him a farewell tour. I mean, what are you, Elton John? Nikki Dean is the savior. Yeah. And Kobe Dean is your savior with Zach Cunningham. You know, because that's what Howie said, too. He had a great year. Okay. Hey, Patrick Queen to the Eagles, man. If they do that, that could change the room. That could change the room. Howie throwing a party tonight for a running back he overpaid for and didn't need him. How are you throwing a party for a guy who's not put up great numbers? What is great about his career that makes you go, whoa, he's a great ball player? Where? First year, yes. He's not been good since that year. That's 5 years ago. And now he's 26. But you got a back who's found the fountain of youth or the fountain of middle age or some shit. Farewell tour, Yellow Brick Road for Brandon Graham. So hey, watch this. He's a great blocker, Lamar says. So you're paying between $12 and $15 million for a great blocker. This is getting better by the second. They're getting better by the second. Holy cow. Where do you see greatness with Barkley? And then, boy, Murphy and the boys in Green Bay, since they've moved off of Aaron Rodgers, have won a playoff game, have found another quarterback, found a wide receiving core, which they always do, improving their defense, signing the right back, and got better. Way to go, guys in Green Bay. Outstanding first day. Let's be real. They don't value defense. Good luck seeing any good defensive free agents. Might as well sign randoms off the street like they always do. Like they always do. Like they always do. If he could stay healthy, if. So here, let me replace if with Xander's favorite word. Potentially, he can stay healthy. It'll be a great pickup at $15 million. Run between the tackles 20 times a game. Who's getting reps taken from him? AJ? Goddard? Shit, he gets reps taken anyway. More reps taken away from. So you're going to extend Devontae Smith taking reps away so that Barkley can get his 20 carries. Who loses reps? Who loses the reps? AJ Owens? Oh, that'll be great. He'll be calling into that psychiatrist in the afternoon on WIP on a weekly basis. It'll be as the weirdo turns. Absolutely. Xander's right. Goddard trade request incoming. He should want out. They can't use him. They don't know how to use him.